Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Evangelist here, and welcome to episode 2. Today we're just gonna test out the sighting of my guns on the ones we took down to Texas. We're gonna see how worthless this Tasco may be. But here's the guns. Got my Oinkitude. It's got that Weaver scope on it. And then next in line is pretty much the same gun as mine, except we got that Tasco scope on it, which, you know, I said my son's saying that that's the reason why you missed that hog. We're gonna find out. And then we got the two Howas, and they both have Nikko sterling, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but I've actually been impressed. That black one there used to be my rifle, and I've had that sterling on there for quite a few years, and it has held up to the test. And I mean, it's hog hunted, deer hunted, and if you know anything about South Dakota deer hunting, we hunted some nasty weather, and that scope has never given me a problem. But alright, remember Genesis 3, and we'll start sighting in some guns here and see how they're holding up.
Distance you can tell. You and me.
Alright, there she is. She's about 100 yards out there. She's almost exactly 100 yards from where we are. Not a large circle, it's a small circle. As you can see, I use a big piece of paper because that's a kitchen table behind it, a round one that we use to hold up our targets. And we're going to see exactly how far off this Tasco is. And if it's off, I'm just throwing the damn thing away. Well, let's find out. That shot way high and to the left. Way high and to the left. You get that on there? Yeah, see that? Way high. So shooting over the hog, I definitely believe it, Lars. You may have something to your claim. Yep, that one hit the duct tape at the top. Try one more. That one was a little better, but boy, that's all over the place. So yeah, calling this Tasco garbage. So Lars, you were right. I mean, those first two shots were way high, and I got this on a gun rest and everything. You know, try to minimize any problems. I mean, it's not a best gun rest ever, it's just a Codwell, but I mean, still, there should definitely not be that much play. So, yep, this Tasco scope is a bunch of junk. So, Lars, you were correct. Alright, so now I'm having to record from my phone. I forgot to charge my battery. It's in the truck, charging on my video camera. But yeah, that Tasco scope is crap. I've tried out the other the Weavers and the Nikko or Nikko Sterlings, and those are, I think they're called the Game Hunters. I had the Night Eater one before from the Nikko or Nikko Sterling, and that was a piece of junk. It fell apart, would not hold zero. I mean, it literally fell. The eyepiece started falling off the back. But the other Nikko Sterlings or Nikko Sterlings, they're holding up just fine. They're good scopes. If you're looking for a scope on a budget, I'm going to shoot a few more rounds with each one just because I'm out here having fun. My dogs are out here too. You're not right, Pupper? You're out here too. Yeah. And my other one here, getting a little outside time, so I think they've about had it. But I'll give you an update once I get some battery charge in my camera. So, alright, bye. Hey, I just want to show you something. See this 3 right here? That's out of my Weaver. And that's a nice tight group, 100 yards. Exactly what I'm looking for. And yeah, I'm shooting them a little high, but I want to, because here I'm shooting at a straight line at 100 yards. When I get down to Texas on our next hog hunting trip, we're up in a above ground blind, shooting downwards a little bit. So I'm putting them a little high, make up for that. Because, you know, when you're in the heat of the moment, generally don't think of maybe I should make adjustment, so I'll do it before I go. That way it's ready to go. And you see that mess over there? That's me trying to sight in that stupid Tasco. I gave up on it. The thing's just garbage. I will never buy another one in my life. Good scope, bad scope. This, when we went to Texas last time, I had it set in at 50 yards, so I expected it to shoot a little low. A little bit of adjustment. That's it. 5 rounds, I'm in perfect. That's the Weaver scope. Big difference. So, yep, definitely never buying Tasco again. Weaver, great scope. Alright. Alright, people, I want to talk to you about stupidity. And I just pulled a giant stupid. Alright. Now, this one, and half of that one, those are all my Weaver shots when I sighted it in. See these 3? They were shot with the Nikon, or Nikko Sterling. I think it's called Game Hunter. I'm not sure. I should probably just look at it. And there was a little off to the right. So I adjusted, and then I shot these 3. I thought, what in the hell? And I adjusted more, and I shot some, I don't even know which. And I was turning the stupid knob the wrong way. So I got a little overzealous, turned it too far, and I shot that one. But I got it sighted back in, then I shot that one, and half of that one. Well, this was the first one. I was a little high because I went up too high from that one. Then I went back down to, but yeah, those are my last 3 shots. So it's sighted back in, but stupidity, turning the knob the wrong way, and I was like, what in the world? And then I brain fart. So it happens to the best of us. But now she sighted back in. That was my last shot right there, almost dead center. So yeah, stupidity, people, stupidity. But she's in, she's good. Look, not quite as crisp out of that Iowa as out of my American Ruger as a grouping, but I mean, it's definitely, I mean, you're looking at 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I mean, it's definitely kill zone easily. You put the crosshairs in the middle, you're gonna hit right in kill zone. So, all right. Alright guys, that's my setup. Had a full day shooting. My camera's finally charged now, but now I'm about done. So, let's go talk about it. And I said, you can see it's a long walk, 100 yards. I've been sighting all these in. And there's definitely a difference in the scopes. Rifles themselves are fine. I will say the Ruger American seems to be a little bit better of a grouping than the Howas, but that's alright. Alright, so this one is the last Nikko. That was my last 3 shots right there. I kind of pulled on that one. Well, that one was my fault. I don't know why it was so high right away, but I had my dad using it before, and he's not much of a gun guy, so he was messing with it, so who knows what he did with it. But I got her in sight. She looks good, and I got a phone call. See who that is. Imagine that it's my wife. Hello? Yes, I'm in the middle of recording. I'm doing a review on the scopes and guns. We still had a bunch of cups, but we already have multivitamins. We just bought a big jar.
I know.
Then why did we buy it yesterday?
Because we still needed some.
None of the kids were here. Well, whatever, I guess.
Okay, well, we can wait and buy them when they're more expensive. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever, Skylar. I'm just saying we should. Alright, well, did you even get chicken or anything?
Okay, so chicken's going to be cheaper at Walmart. If it was $25 for 10 pounds.
That's what I
And
thought.
for 5 pounds, it's $11. So if we got 10 pounds at Walmart, it would be
22. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one we're not going to get here. But like I just got like huge bottles of ketchup for $4.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to let you go because now I got to edit all this out of my... No. The answer is no. Whatever it is, no. No, the answer is no. No, you don't. Alright, unfortunately that was my wife telling me she's spending a bunch of money we don't have again. But as I said, the Weaver's in good, the other Nikko's in good, and that Tasco, it was all over the place. All over the place. Piece of junk. So Lars was right. And Lars will now be getting my oinkitude. The one that just shot that nice in. But he deserves it. That stupid scope ruined his hunting trip. He would have had a big old hog if it wasn't for it. But, alright guys. I'll probably finish up at the house and let you know what's going on. But that's all I got for out at the shooting range. I'm heading home. Alright ladies and gentlemen, back at the house. gonna wrap this up here real quick. So, both the Nikko Sterlings, they were good scopes. Nikko or Nikko Sterling, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what to call it. I want to say the Game Hunter. They also have the Diamond that's probably a little better. I don't have one of those. Game King. There we go. Game King. That's what they're called. And of course, my Weaver. Very good scope. This is the Weaver. I want to... It's a 6 by 18 by 44. It's a great scope. This, on the other hand, pile of crap. See that? I will never buy another one again in my life. It was worthless. And it does not hold zero any time. Now, I will tell you, I shoot... All these are 30-06. And the reason why I like 30-06, when you're testing the scope out, and you're going to see if they're going to hold zero, 30-06 is a great brand. For one, it's very accurate, and two, it gives a lot of recoil. I mean, not a horrible amount, but it gives a great amount of recoil, and if your scope's going to hold zero, it's a good way to test it is with 30-06. And they hold zero underneath that type of recoil. You got a good gun, especially if you're going to throw it on a 243 or a 308. You don't have as much kick. So if it can hold up to a 30-06, you got a good scope. But so that's the end of that. So Lars was correct. His scope was a piece of crap. So I owe him big time. So I am giving him my gun and scope, the Oinkitude with the Weaver scope, and that will now be his. And we'll see what I get myself for the next one. I got a couple on order, so just remember, yes, this is not the most high-priced fancy stuff. I said, for one, I don't have any sponsors, and I'm not ever going to take any sponsors because I want to give you a fair and honest opinion, and fair and honest, you know, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so you know I'm not bought and paid by somebody. Two, I like trying different things. If I get wrapped up into one sponsor, then I'm stuck using that product. I want to test and use multiple products, multiple guns, multiple scopes, multiple everything, see what I like best. So except for Ford, if you want to give me a sponsorship, I would take a nice brand new Lariat. You know, would like regular box, not the short box, maybe topper on it, and my favorite color is tuxedo black. If you wanted to sponsor me with one of those, I would definitely take it. Highly unlikely, but you never know who watches these things. But otherwise, it was a great day shooting. I went through 80 rounds. So yeah, I put these things through the works. And there's my fair and honest opinion on those scopes. Obviously, I love the guns. Howa, an American Ruger, or a Ruger American rifle. Going for a cheaper brand rifle, want to get into hunting. Both very good brands. There are some cheap rifles I will not use. Remington 770 comes to mind. I owned a few, so you know, before you come on here and say, oh, they're Remington 7, they're piles of junk. I owned 3 of them actually, and yeah, they were crap, absolutely. And there's a few other out there, I can't remember exactly which ones, but next time I'll have a few different guns, obviously, because I got to find me a new one. So I got to try to find me something I like, and we'll be testing out a few different ones, see which one I like better. Probably going to try the Thompson Center Compass. Savage Axis I'll probably try, and I might try to get a Remington 783. And I heard they're a lot better than the 770s. I don't know, I've never tried one before. Savages I've tried before. They're a good rifle for a cheap cost too. Never tried the Thompson Center either, so try Remington 783. Hopefully Thompson Center. I already have the Thompson Center and the Savage coming in. Haven't gotten a 783 coming in yet, but I'll try and find one if I can find a good price. Again, I pay for all this stuff myself. I work for a living, and I'm not a doctor or a lawyer. I work nights actually, so I got to pay for all this stuff myself. But alright, remember, biggest thing to remember is Jesus died for our sins. So whoever repents and believes the gospel, and the gospel is that Jesus was God manifest in flesh, came down to earth, lived a sinless, perfect life, bared our sins on the cross, and then rose again 3 days later, conquering both sin and death. So whoever shall believe in him shall be saved and shall not perish. And never forget Genesis 9:3, baby. Alright, later.